We do a lot of charities in our family. We support some of the charities here in Tokyo. We have an orphanage in Africa that we support. We also support animal shelters. You know, we kind of sharing the love, I think.
Blanka, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
Now I looked at your YouTube channel. I saw it actually this morning, and I saw you talking about the things you bought from the States, and you're putting some of it together. I looked at your first one, and I think the last one.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's some years ago.
Because the first one was 2 years ago.
Okay.
That was 2 years ago.
I don't even remember.
And the last one you were showing how you could make antiseptic.
Yes.
Yeah, homemade antiseptic using vodka.
Yes.
Because it doesn't smell. I said, go ahead, girl.
Yeah, I use a lot of natural products at home. So
I could tell
I make it. Yeah, I make it at home. A lot of it myself, and for part of my life, I've been teaching people how to do that as well. Because a lot of people don't know how you can put things together, and that you actually do not have to buy things. So that's kind of like part of my journey. Yeah.
Where were you born?
Czech Republic. Actually, at the time, it was Czechoslovakia.
Okay.
So I was born in a very small city in the communist Czechoslovakia.
So do you have siblings?
Yes, I have two sisters, both older.
Both older. So how many years difference between you and them?
Well, 9 years between me and my eldest sister, and 4 between me and my middle sister.
Are they still okay?
They are still in Czech Republic. One of them, the eldest, lives close to where we were born, where we lived, and the other one lives about 30 kilometers from there. So they are both there, married, children, you know, all that jazz.
What about mom and dad?
Mom and dad still live in the same house where we moved in 1980s.
Really? And they're still together, I mean, from the beginning?
Yeah, still
Okay.
together. I think the older generations were not divorcing as quickly as the younger generations.
So what was it like for you? So how long was it before you left Czech Republic? How old were you when you
I
left?
started to travel a lot when I was 18, but I came to Japan when I was 22.
Okay.
So that's when I basically left, because I came and then never really came back. Came back briefly when my son was to be born, but...
Did you learn English while you were
in school?
Okay, starting from what
So
grade?
I first self-taught, because when I was in school we were actually learning Russian, of course, because as I said, communist Czech.
Yes.
So I've learned Russian for a few years, and then the wall came down and we were kind of, okay, you have to change. All of a sudden Russian was not popular. So they start teaching us German.
In what grade?
You know, I was elementary 6 or 7. I think it happened when we were in a 6th grade. We had to finish that 6th grade. So from grade 7, they were teaching us German.
But your first language
It's Czech.
is Czech. So your parents only spoke Czech at home?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. So wait, how many languages do you speak right now? Just out of curiosity.
Out of curiosity, I don't know, about 5.
About
I would
5.
say, but well, I would have to work on my Russian, because it's very, very rusty, because I haven't really spoke Russian for a long time.
Okay.
So I can, when my Russian friends speak, I can understand what they're talking about. I can still read the azbuka, the alphabet, but my spoken would be very bad. So if I wanted to actually talk to somebody in Russian, I would have to work on that for a few weeks, I guess.
Okay, so tell me, growing up, what was it like for you? You're the last of 3 girls.
The last of 3 girls, yeah, daddy's girl.
You were daddy's girl, weren't you?
Yes, of course.
Did you take advantage of that?
I think so. I think I still do. But yeah, you know what? Daddy's girl, 3 girls. Basically, my oldest sister married when she was like 19, so I was 10 when my nephew was born.
Okay.
So you kind of, I always handle him more as my sibling than my nephew. But you know, I mean, we had a nice childhood, very lovely family, small town, so kind of like that. You know, everybody watches everybody.
That's right. So everyone knew everybody.
Yeah, everybody knows everybody. So you kind of have to watch what you're doing, because you know, everybody would immediately go and tell your parents.
So it wasn't international by any means. Everybody was Czech.
No,
everyone was Czech. Very homogeneous.
Yes, I think the only foreigners we had, maybe somebody from Slovakia, which at that time was the same country. So that was not even. Yeah, I don't think. I think I've met my first foreigner when I was maybe grade 7. When we actually 7 or 8, I was still at the elementary school in Czech elementaries, 8 years at the time. So when I was in elementary, I think that was my first time. Or no, I met somebody before when my dad used to work with some foreign engineers.
Because he was an engineer?
Yes, he was like engineer for big machines. But he couldn't travel during the communist times. But he did came in contact with some of the foreigners from like France or Germany or Spain that would come to his company and work with him. So my mom used to be a sales or like shop assistant in a cosmetic store.
Okay.
But then my parents had an accident when I was 10. So since then, my mom is at home.
A car accident?
Car accident, yes.
They were together when this happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so my mom from that time stayed at home. So, so from then, she was always at home, taking care of us, being there, kind of laying the foundation of the family, while Dad traveled a lot for work and usually was home only for weekends.
So what were you like in school? Were you a sporty girl or were you more academic?
I was always very academic naturally. I didn't really have to study. I don't think I really studied anything during the whole elementary school because it just kind of, came.
But you had two older sisters. I don't think it just came. You had older sisters and you had all their material.
Yeah, I don't know how it was, but I kind of always been smart as a kid, so that came. I was not very sporty. I swam very well, so I would be winning the in-school swimming tournaments, but we could not really, my family couldn't be sending me to different bigger city for swimming schools or anything. So I didn't really do anything much on that level. I played piano.
Do you still play piano?
No,
How long did you play piano? From what age to what age?
I think from the age of 7 to 14.
Okay.
So at that point I kind of had it, it was too much and I wanted to do other things, but, the family bought the piano and paid for the lessons, so I just kind of had to continue throughout.
But what would you want to do if you weren't academic, because you were already smart? What are the other things you wanted to do?
We had a sports clubs in the school that I wanted to join, but I joined one at the end, despite my parents wanted me to join English lessons.
Oh, they wanted you to?
Yes. So instead I self-taught English and joined the sports team. But it was more of a mixture of a gymnastics and rhythmics and a little bit of ball games. It was not a specific sport.
Okay.
I did little athletics in school, short sprint, high jump and long jump, but nothing. Again, I didn't went for the athletic teams because there was just no time and even money in the family left for that. I see. I did kind of that. I always, for me, lucky because I was tall and lean.
Were you the tallest of your sisters?
I think I am even now. Yeah, I think I am. Maybe I don't even know if my oldest sister is taller than me or about the same, maybe. Okay. But yeah, at that time I was lean, so I was fast and I could jump far and I could jump high. So it kind of came natural when the school was sending a team for an in-school competition that I was part of the team, but not by trying hard.
Right. Okay, so when you got up to 18 years old, did you go to college?
Yeah, of course. Yes, I went to, first at the age of 14 for high school, I went to a big city, that's the second biggest city in Czech, to study foreign markets, economy of foreign markets. And then I went to Prague to Charles University, political science, international relations. Yeah, I always wanted to rule the country, rule the world.
So that's how you graduated with that degree?
I didn't graduate.
Okay, you didn't graduate. So you stayed in for how many years?
2.
2 years.
Yeah.
And then what did you do? What
then I started to traveling, making money. I was like, oh, yeah.
What were you doing when you traveled? If you don't mind me asking.
I used to travel for modeling and dancing, so that was part of the whole thing.
So where'd you go outside of Czech? What was the first place
everywhere, all over Europe. Where did I went first? I don't even know.
Did you have an agency that was sending you to these?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I don't even know where I went.
So would you go and then you'd come back home?
Yes. Yes. It was usually, sometimes it was 1 week, sometimes it would be a month, you know, depends on the assignment. But
did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I loved it. It was great. I traveled a lot.
What were some of the places you remember that you enjoyed the most?
Iceland.
Why Iceland?
Loved the place. The nature is amazing. Really, really nice people. I had a lot of friends there. You know, they are really, really nice people. So you quickly kind of, you know, make friends and you want to go back. The nature is amazing. I was lucky to go twice, always during the warm months when they have light 24/7, so there's no dark, so you know, after 2 weeks you're like zombie because you can't really sleep. But amazing nature. I want to take my son there.
So how long were you there? How long did you stay there? You stayed there a month and you got all that in a month?
Yes, twice a month.
Okay.
But yeah,
but was it at the same time?
You know,
was it the same
it's
time?
300,000 people only.
That's right.
So
it's not like you have a big city.
Like you walk around Reykjavik, and if you walk the same street, or we would go to gym, you go to the same gym, very soon everybody knows you. So Reykjavik is really small. Wow. So everybody knows everybody. So it was very much, it felt like my hometown. You know, although my hometown is only 5,000 people. But
5,000?
Yes, it's barely a town.
That is really small.
Yeah. In my high school, I went to a big city high school, but the high school had probably 600 people. Brno, the second biggest city in Czech, it's what, 650,000 people.
Okay.
But that high school is like, you know, one out of many. So that's why you have 4 years, and each year has, let's say, 5 classes, so 150 kids per year. Yeah, 4 years, so 600 plus minus.
Wow. So after your modeling, when did you change? When did things start to change for you? Because you'd been traveling all around.
When I met my husband, it's kind of...
Oh, so that's what put a stop to it. So Kingsley put a stop to it.
Well, you know what? I started to work for him in his company, and...
Wait, you met him where?
Here in Japan.
Oh, in Japan, okay. Yeah. So you were here, were you modeling? When
I came here to see my girlfriend. She was here and she loved it. I came here and I fell in love with Japan.
You'd never been here before, that was the first time?
Yeah. Okay. And then shortly after that I've met Kingsley, and that was it to my traveling. You know, domesticated in Japan.
That's interesting. So then how did that take place? After you guys met, then you decided to stay here, or did he go back to meet your parents?
No, I decided to stay here.
Okay.
I decided to stay here. It took a few years before we got married and all that. But I worked for his company because, as you know, he started his company in '93. So his company was already up and running. So I was working for him, and then we start. You know, slowly we opened the hotel in Czech, or like it was a hostel. So we had an accommodation facility in Czech. So kind of that we would be going back and forth with that, and then we started the natural medicine company in Nigeria. We already done that together. So we started to kind of build businesses together and kind of coming up with ideas.
Now, you're coming from a small town of 5,000 people. All right, now you're coming home with someone from Africa, from Nigeria. How did your family respond to that?
Luckily, they already knew, because my parents came to Japan and met Kings in 2002.
Okay.
So everybody responded very well. Even like, you know, when we would go for a beer in the local pub, everybody, you know, I think embraced him really well.
Okay.
But again, it's a small town, and he's nice to everybody. You know, he doesn't, you know, look down at anybody. He's also a boy from a small village, so he's nice to people.
The next question is, what was it like for you when you went to his village? Was the reception good there? Because it's nice because people at the time when did I went to Nigeria first? I think like maybe 2004. That was your first time he was already your husband now?
No. At that time he was not my husband yet. When I think it was like 2000, maybe 5. I don't even remember when I went first time because it's like.
But your first time you went was with him.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, to see his family and everything.
To see his family and where he comes from. Everybody was nice.
Okay.
They, you know, I think they at the time, at least, some of the children also saw a white person for the first time.
Yeah, I think so.
So you get that, you know,
but that
as you
happened the
see
same
in the
thing
movies.
in Czech too. When you took him there.
No. Well, he was definitely not the first one, because I brought him in. When did he came to Czech? 2002, 2003, and by then it was already long open. And a lot of
Africans had been there.
And a lot of foreigners would be in and out. Half of like my generation lived by that time, moved to Chicago and or other cities in America. So
and some of them got
it's
married?
Different from my city when I grew up, and different from my city in the the year 2000. A lot of changed after the wall came down.
Do you have any blacks living there?
I don't even know.
In your town?
I don't know.
That might have married.
We have a lot of. I think some of my, like the people of my generation might have partners from Africa or America. We have Vietnamese community. Yeah, okay. So because they came there, they settled, have children, live there, run businesses. So it's different. It really changed. I think my city, when I grew up in the 80s, and my city now is completely different, because the demography changed a lot, and people live in different countries from there, and people from different countries live there, so it's different.
Wow, it's different, isn't it? Something.
It changes a lot. Everything changes when the world opens for you. Czech was never really closed.
Even during the
COVID, there were restrictions, of course. They were closed for some time, even for inner city travels.
Did you go?
But not like we went. We went last month. In February we went.
The first time since.
First time since, because when COVID happened, we actually spent 4 months in Nigeria. We were locked down in Nigeria for 4 months.
You couldn't leave.
We couldn't leave, no, because Nigeria, they did a kind of a very strict lockdown overnight. Closed the airports, closed the whole town, closed the whole town, and so for 4 months we couldn't leave. 3, because we were there for 3 weeks already when they locked down. We were actually planning to leave the next week, and they just shut down the country. 9 weeks complete lockdown. You could not do anything, only just go grocery shopping, and then.
That was a good experience for your son, wasn't it?
I don't know. I think he would enjoy it more if it was open, because like we have an apartment on the beach, and you are looking at the beach from your window, but you can't go.
Oh, it was that lockdown.
Yes, it was lockdown.
You had to stay in.
Yes, you had to stay in.
Oh.
You could literally just go grocery shopping. And otherwise, other than that, you could not really go around. There was army, there was a police that was enforcing the movements, the restricted movements. Luckily, we live in a kind of high-end area, so we could walk around our area, so we could at least do jogging. So we were not completely sitting in the house all the time, but still, we couldn't go and see Kingsley's parents, for example, that are in a different city. So
once the lockdown was over, then did you go see his family?
Yeah.
Or did you just
then we go and see his family, and then basically managed to get on a plane even before they officially opened the airport and left.
Back here.
Yeah, but still 4 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been in Japan for how long now?
22 years.
22 years.
Yes.
Do you have any intentions of leaving?
I don't know. Maybe because what, David, our son is now in Chugako, so that's junior high school. But we would want for him to go to high school somewhere else. Somewhere outside of Japan? Yeah, out of Japan, to get an exposure. You'd be close to where he is? Of course.
Does he know that?
Yes. He knows that, we are staying put until he finishes high school. When he goes to university, he's on his own. But okay. Until he finishes high school. So you want to have him go to a high school in a different place? Yeah. Okay, where are you thinking? Like what kind of? We are thinking Nigeria, because we have our apartment is close to the British School of Lagos. So the plan is kind of he can go there. He has it 5 minutes from the house, so you can just drive him there and drive him back. Then what would you wait? Now let's get into what you've just done. You started a remodeling. Yes, company, that's the newest. Yes. What's the name of your company? Ark Reform. Art Reform. Yeah. And
if you're going to be leaving,
well, that's still like 2-3 years. We will still
right.
keep everything we have here. We have a few companies here. We're going to still keep them. Hopefully, you know, before we leave, we manage to train enough managers that they can run the place.
Because the woman you have is really good.
Yes,
she's very good.
We have lovely staff. So hopefully, you know, we can kind of delegate, and by then we can teach them our vision for the business, and then just be in and out.
You and Kingsley together? Is it?
Yeah, no, that's us together. We do everything together.
Okay, right. So the office he had before, that was the two of you.
The office before.
Because that's where I did the
yes,
podcast
where you
with
did
him.
the interview. That was King's. That was kind of like a headquarters office for all of our businesses, and that's where he also did his financial consulting.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So now you're doing the reform there.
Yes.
So have you done any places as of yet?
Yes.
Okay.
We've done a complete reform of a residential house. That was basically, we gutted the whole thing because it was a really old house, and the family wanted a new place.
Is it in Tokyo?
That one was in Matsudo. It was close to our house.
Okay.
So we did the first floor, and then they moved into the first floor, and we did the second floor as well. So now they have a brand new home. Yeah.
So what made you decide to get into reform? What made the two of you decide to get into reforming?
Yes, you know, it's funny. We were deciding what to do with the office, because the location opposite the National Archives, with the new skyscraper coming, we were wondering what to do with it, kind of looking for a purpose to use it, because we didn't want it to let go. But then because of Corona, we closed 4 of our bars.
Oh, so you have bars?
We have bars as well.
Okay.
Yes, we had 5 before Corona.
Right.
We are left with 1.
Are they all in Tokyo?
Yes,
Okay.
all in Roppongi.
All in Roppongi?
Yes.
Oh, so they're close. They might be in the same building.
Yes, not the same building, but they're in Roppongi. So at first that office was used for a lot of the paperwork and, you know, runnings of that part, as well as Kingsley's financial business. But with Corona, we, you know, closed 4 of them.
4 of them? You closed 4 of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have 1 now?
Yeah. But we had to let go of 4. So then we were like, okay, what are we going to do here? The business does not really justify keeping this nice big office. And we were looking for something. And at the same time, we were renovating our own house. And
by the way, that was a fantastic job you guys.
Yeah, we did quite a
patio. When you did that concrete patio, I watched all of you. I mean, all 3 of you out there moving dirt and everything.
Yeah.
I think Kingsley said something like, "Who needs to wait for someone to come and do this for us? Let's do it ourselves." It was taking forever for them to do it.
Yes, you know what we decided when we came back from Nigeria. You know, we saw a bunch of things that needed to be done at the house, and at that point we had time to do it. So we called in few companies to kind of give us the quotations to put the concrete there, remove the dirt, put the concrete, you know, do some designs. And then for 3 weeks, nothing, like 0. And then it was like then it was about to be Obon, and still nothing. So we were like, hold on, they did not even bring the Mitsumori. One morning we just you know, roll up our sleeves and
yes, beautiful.
Yes, and
the next thing I saw was the barbecue pit up there.
Yes, so now we have barbecue. We have
time.
everything. Yes. So we did that, and so we kind of started to do that, and then from then we built a greenhouse for our turtles.
Well, now who has all this knowledge? Are you guys doing this from YouTube, or did you come with this? Wait, some of it's YouTube, right?
No, I told you I don't really watch YouTube.
Okay.
It's kind of. I was brought up in a way you do things yourself. When you want to do something around your house, you do it yourself.
And Kingsley's the same way?
Not really, but you know, he supports my craziness when it comes to that.
Okay.
So then we did the greenhouse. Then I did, when he was traveling, I did our bathroom.
What did you do in the bathroom?
Changed it. You know, in Japan you have the wet room and you have the dry room.
Yes.
So I changed the dry room, because when we bought our house, we renovated everything except the bathroom.
Okay.
So it was kind of left, and I was longing for new bathroom. So I first changed, because I obviously can't change a wet room by myself, but I did the dry room as a surprise when he came back from his business trip. And then little by little, working more from home, you see things that need to be changed around the house. Because before, Kings would travel so much that he would not understand why I'm talking about, okay, this should be done in the house, this should be done in the house, because he was basically never there. Because he travels and works so much that he comes home, sleeps, gets up, leaves. But then, working from home a lot during Corona changed a lot, and he would see, okay, now I understand why you would have these things. So then we also built a little gym in the back of the house. Put up a basketball for David and things like that. Like that bunch of things, and then the last was to do the whole bathroom, including
But you also
the
had the
bedroom.
greenhouse. You said a greenhouse
yes,
too.
we do. We did the greenhouse a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we started to do a lot of things, and basically what happened was then one of the guys came and said, he would like to start his own reform company, but he would want to partner up and basically work for my husband.
Okay.
So we partnered up with him, and just sitting in the backyard, we decided, okay, let's do it. We have the space, and that was literally the day after we were sitting in the office thinking, what are we gonna do here? And the next day, the guy came. So I mean, when you are open for opportunities,
it comes,
and you call for them, they come.
That's right. You notice it.
Yeah. So then did the logistics about the business, and then we opened the showroom there, and right now we are building another showroom in Matsudo.
I was just going to ask you.
We just started April 1st, the local for Chiba, because we want to serve basically the whole Kanto area.
Wow.
Yeah, so the Chiba business, the Chiba showrooms, we are building that from scratch.
So what is the plan, to have several of these in different locations?
For now we will do the Azabudai office and the Matsudo office. But if the opportunity calls for it, and if we train enough staff, we can open another one somewhere else. But right now the goal is 2, for this year at least, I think.
That's interesting.
But as things change quickly, so
yes, that's true.
it can another office might open up soon, but for now the 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that what's keeping you busy the most right now? Are you doing?
Yes.
No, I hear that you're involved in so many other things as well.
Yes.
So tell me a few of those things before we wrap this up. Tell me what are the things you're doing.
Well, I do all the marketing for all of our companies that we have around the world.
And this is also you learning on your own.
No, well, I studied marketing as a part of, part of studies. And then, of course, when the business started to develop, I, took few courses. So, continuous education, I think that's what it's all about. You learn as you never stop learning. You never stop learning. You have to learn to step into the shoes or to fill in the shoes that are needed. So, and I was at home and usually kind of doing the work from the background when David was smaller. So I've also had the chance and the time to take a few courses and learn what it's all about and how to do that. So now I run the marketing and the PR for all of our businesses, and so I do that. And then I'm on board of English Educational Center for Children in Africa, because I really like to kind of empower children, to prepare for their future and get the right education, but also the right knowledge that it's needed, that they are often not taught in school. So I do that. We write books about financial educations for children. Yes, we published the Beginner's Guide of Financial Freedom with my husband last year, and this year we have 2 books coming up. That's like a continuous.
That was the first book.
Yes, that was the first one.
And where would people be able to get this book?
On Amazon. It's on Amazon both in English and in Japanese.
And what's the name of it?
The Beginner's Guide to Financial Freedom.
Okay.
So it's kind of really for those that don't have much, and I would say also don't have much of education or much knowledge how to go about it, and we kind of step by step explain to them what to do, even how to manage their finances when they get their pay, how to manage their finances so they don't end up spending all the money within a week, so they can pay off their debts, they can create an emergency fund, which a lot of people found out during Corona that they don't have.
That's right.
And within a month they were left without funds and without income.
That's right.
So we kind of teach people how to do that. Then the part 2 book that's coming up is focusing on side hustles.
Okay.
So that's literally full book giving people options of side hustles and what to do.
I like the side hustle.
Yeah, you know, you cannot rely on a single stream of income, because if you do that, you're setting,
you have to.
Yes. So, and because
you have to have passive income too.
Yes, you have to have passive income, but you also, you know, you can have 3, 4, 5, 10, depending on your abilities. But a lot of people don't know that, and they think, oh, let me hold on to my, 9 to 5.
Right.
And then they, get fired, or, they cannot go and do that job, and they are left without income. So we kind of explained to people their possibilities and opportunities. And then the number 3 is kidpreneurs. The beginner's guide to kidpreneurs, basically children that they can start earning money since they are, whatever. Kidpreneur.
Kidpreneurs. That's the name of the book?
Yes, that's gonna be.
Okay, kidpreneurs.
Yeah.
Instead of entrepreneurs, kidpreneurs.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, because I was thinking, okay.
So that is the book number 3 that's coming up this year, because we are also gonna be doing a summit for children, kind of connecting.
This is in Nigeria?
In Africa. With the English Educational Center that we cooperate at Cape Verde, that I'm on the board with, and because it's backed by UN, so we kind of trying to help children around the world to learn about what they can do. And so the subtitle of the summit is Connecting Curriculum to Career. Mm-hmm. So you can prepare from young age about what you would want to do and how you can reach the skills that you need, and also how you can make money as a young child or young adult, that you can pay your way. Because my husband worked since he was 11 years old. I had, since 16. That one is not that big of a deal anymore. But we've been through that, supporting ourselves through our young age. So teaching our child. Our son works since he was 2 years old.
I bet he does.
Since he earns money since he was 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was just he born into the life.
Yes.
So he doesn't know anything about that.
He has to hustle. He knows, he has to work for what he wants to buy, and he also needs to learn how to handle the money, how to invest. What part of his income he should save and things like that. So even David will be one of the speakers at that summit, because the children.
How old will he be then? What?
He will be 13 then.
13.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at 13 you are already almost, there's a lot you can do. Business travels, conferences, he goes with us for a charity parties. So he sees that he has to, okay, you make money, but you also have to give, and you have to help and all that. So, we take him everywhere and kind of teach him by example. It's the best.
I think he's very lucky. He's very lucky because this is the first time I've met you, and I can tell from your personality that you've learned that it's a human issue. It has nothing to do with race.
No, it doesn't,
and I can feel that.
For me, it's different. I think, so we are a very unusual family. So for me, I really don't care about anybody's ethnicity, because I have friends from everywhere. And then my husband is African, so Africans are very proud. So they are very proud, but they are also very strong mentally. So I don't see racism in these ways. He does not have a weak mentality when it comes to his race. He's very proud of who he is, and he achieved what he achieved thanks to that. So we are very multicultural family, and we are very international. So for us, our circle is very different, and people often don't see it or see it in the wrong way. So they will be like, you are gaslighting the problems of some specific race and things like that. I don't. I care about people as people, and what they do and how what good do you do for those around you. Because our niche is basically bilingual service, because I know how much we struggled when we renovated our own house and everything comes only in Japanese. And my husband's fluent, I speak Japanese, so we can discuss it with the contractors, but still getting all the quotations and all the materials only in Japanese. And it was a struggle. So we decided, you know what, if we're doing this, we're gonna do bilingual company. So all the foreign clientele can get their Mitsumori, their quotations in English, and we can discuss with them in English, and then we discuss with our Japanese partners and with our contractors what needs to be done. But because we are an international company, we employ people from, I think, about 20 countries.
How big is your staff now? Or do you?
We have a lot. We have, because we have so many. We have bunch.
You have connections.
Yeah,
so you have a lot of.
We have companies. So, but I think in Tokyo alone, we have staff probably from 10 countries. Yeah. We nice. Believe, that's what I say. We do not see people by their nationality, but by their ability.
Right.
So we judge people based on that and not based on their nationality. So, so that's how our company is international. So we also offer that service, so the international community can feel more comfortable when they need to do something around their house or businesses.
Wow. So Blanka, what would you like to end with?
We do a lot of charities in our family. We support some of the charities here in Tokyo. We have an orphanage in Africa that we support. We also support animal shelters. We kind of sharing the love. I think that's the motto of what we try to live by: sharing the love, helping others, support them. I wouldn't say, not always it's financial help. Some of the charities, of course, they need money, but with some people it's more about empowerment. That's what we do with the children. That's why we kind of help to empower children to know what they can get, believing of equality of everybody. So we don't really belong to any group, like just focusing on, for example, women empowerment or, black empowerment or anything, because we actually believe that everybody should be getting what is rightfully theirs, but they need to know how to get it. So more of an equality based on what you bring to the table and what you can bring. And so knowing
this
people...
positive.
Yeah, knowing people to how to get what is rightfully theirs and how to get to that point. So empowering people in general, but then also helping, animals, and because we have a beautiful cat at home and 2 tortoises, sulcatas. So we kind of also try and help the animal shelters around Tokyo to support them, so because they do marvelous job, so to help them. So in general, just knowing that people should kind of help each other, but also help those that cannot speak for themselves, like the animals and stuff. So that's what we try to do.
Blanka, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It
was lovely. It was lovely to be here.
Right. Thank you for watching this podcast. Make sure you press like and subscribe, and remember, it's all unknown, so keep reaching for the stars, because you're too blessed to be stressed.